What is up, guys? So it's been a couple weeks since I've brought the bumper over to the body shop to get it painted. I think they did a fantastic job, and overall I'm very happy with it. I did get the splitter over here clear broad. That way, if I get hit with rock chips or stuff like that, we won't see it start cracking or any kind of imperfection. Considering the fact that this bumper over here is so open, and I'm afraid that as I'm driving, rocks are just gonna pelt it and it's just gonna leave so many marks. So I just decided to just clear broad just in case. Not sure if it's worth it. I mean, the amount of money that it costed to clear broad, I could have just bought a new one. Overall, I just decided to do it. I don't plan on driving this car that often anyways, where rocks are gonna hit it constantly. So that's what I did. So I'm just gonna go ahead and install it. I did get some new hardware to bolt in. As I mentioned in the previous video, some of the bolts on the top are a little bit stripped. So I did order new ones and we'll get that installed. Let's go ahead and get started on installing this bumper finally. Alright guys, dude, this looks so freaking good. Holy shit. Dude, the paint match is pretty spot on too, especially where I just gave the bumper to them and didn't even have the guard to kind of match it. But overall, it looks really damn good. I really love the black and the carbon combination. It really makes the carbon pops up. I do still want it white eventually. I do plan on wrapping this car or maybe doing a full repaint. But overall though, I really like how this turned out. And I was actually contemplating on getting the AP2 headlights, but seeing how this looks like right now, it makes me really appreciate the AP1 with the clear JDM reflectors over there. It looks so freaking good. So when you do mount the bumper, there is one bolt over here that I haven't mounted yet. I do have to either remove the wheel or kind of turn the wheel so I can get this bolt. But that bolt, the hole itself should line up with the bumper. There is a slot for it, and it does hold it snugly in place. Damn. Dude, it looks so good. One thing I also realized that the bolts that holds the bumper to the splitter is adjustable, so you can technically extend this lip further out if you wanted to. So you can have this part over here stick out more. But I do like how this sits right now. This is the furthest back it can go. So I do like this at this point. Alright guys, so it's been a couple days. I did get this top secret style diffuser from Shine Auto. It is a replica. The film is pretty good. However, the downside to the diffuser is that there's not a lot of instructions. None of the holes are pre-drilled, so you kind of have to guess on where it actually is needed to be drilled and installed. There are little indentations on the diffuser where you can kind of see where to drill. It's pretty simple. You have this one little piece over here first. There's two bolts here. You mount up to the bumper itself and on both sides. And you mount up the main diffuser part over here, which is additional 2 or 3 bolts. I did drill another one over there, but I don't think it's needed, and 2 is enough. And then on the bottom over here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a bracket over here that you need to use. That bracket is like a L shape or S shape, and then there's a long bolt underneath where there's 2 bolts that goes up here. I've taken it out for a drive a couple days ago, and I don't think it rattles too much. There's no brackets on the back of the diffuser towards the axle, and I think it's okay for now, but I might try to figure out how to get another bracket mounted over there. just to be more sturdy. I mean, if I shake this, it's pretty held on pretty well. So I did order these Vortex generators on the side. They kind of go over here like this. At first I didn't think I needed it, but you can kind of see how it fits to the side. It doesn't flare out as much as I would like. So I ordered these Vortex generators. They're also from Shine Auto. They were pretty cheap. They're like 150 bucks. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount it. Again, there's really no pre-drilled hose on here at all. So what I'm gonna probably do is take off the 2 bolts and then try to just kind of put the Vortex generator on the bottom of it and just mark it where I have to drill and then remount it. So I'll use the 2 existing holes over there. So I took the 2 bolts off, so now it's kind of hanging. So what I need to do is now take the Vortex generator and put it underneath the diffuser and just kind of mark where I need to actually drill. Alright guys, so I kind of marked it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I measured it and it looks like I have 2 marks here that I will drill pilot holes first, and then I will then take a bigger drill bit and then make it a little bit bigger so that the bolt can go through. Here's the bigger bit size where I drilled the 2 pilot holes, and I'm gonna go ahead and make them a little bit bigger. So here's the original bolt that came with the diffuser. Fits in right nicely now. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount this up. So here it is mounted up right now. I haven't tightened the bolts yet, so I'll go ahead and do that now. But overall, that's what it looks like on the car. Definitely likes how it flows from the rear now. So this is what it looks like on this side, where I have the Vortex generator installed. You can see that how it flows very nicely now from the side skirts and down to the back. Before this, it kind of goes in, and then kind of this part just sits by itself. So I definitely do like adding this part onto it, because I think this kind of widens the car and makes it a little bit more aggressive. Just to give you an example of what it looks like on the other side. You see how from the side skirts it goes down and then kind of just goes inwards. So adding the Vortex generator kind of makes it more flush with the body line of the whole car. It's definitely much more aggressive. So let me go ahead and get started on the other side now. So the scariest part about all this whole process is actually just drilling into the carbon fiber. I really do wish that they pre-drilled the hose for you. Here is the final product. Both sides are installed now. That's how it looks like. It looks so much better now. I feel like it flows so much better from the front, especially with the new bumper where I have that ridiculous carbon splitter, and then it flows with the side skirts and then down to the sides. If you saw before, it was kind of you know, just alone by itself without the Vortex generators, it kind of flowed with the AP1 bumpers and just kind of caved inwards. And now with the Vortex generators, it kind of pulls it across and it's a little bit wider now. I originally was planning on going, you know, the Vortex style one, but you know, I'm thankful that I chose this one instead. The Top Secret one definitely looks, I think, more aggressive, and also it's a little more rare. I don't see many S2000s with these, so I'm glad I got this in the carbon version. So I don't know what else I have left for this year to do. I do want to get a hard top maybe towards the end of the summer. Maybe some Vortex street side skirts. These one I got on eBay. They're okay. They're a little bit just thinner on now, especially with the diffuser and the front lip. So I think having those carbon side skirts, it's gonna be more aggressive and flows much better from the front of the car to the rear. If you guys have any questions related to any of the parts on my car, just leave me a comment below. I will do my best to answer your questions. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.